Wait, what am I doing here? This is Friday, but we're on Nick Wisers tonight. I guess I'll have to fill in for the night. And we are here to do a little bit of a comic shop talk tonight with the boys. Now Nick is off with foul ball, and they're celebrating for their 50th Friday stream. And well, no one was going to do any comic shop talk, so I figured, wait a minute, Ironcaster, don't you have a channel? Well, yes, you do. So let's do a little comic shop talk over here. You know, sometimes I like to talk about some odd stuff, and there's certainly no consistency here, so we're gonna do this. And of course, I can't just sit here and talk to myself. I mean, I probably could, but I think I'm gonna bring in some guests.
Howdy ho! Wait, did I take drugs again? Oh no!
I mean, you mean you don't normally take the drugs?
no, I am mostly. Let's say that time that the study about how you are immune to certain illness came out, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty much immune. 99% of the breath in my lungs is happier than
You just kind of rolled out of bed, and you just kind of rolled out of bed like Peter Parker, just sitting up. You're like you don't need to work. You go to hold up the mask. And you're like, I'm super.
I have woken up with blurry vision. It was not for the same reason. Normally it's alcohol. I had a pretty screwed up youth. Let's just say that. My liver will never be the same.
I don't know what you're talking about. Real quick, let me catch in the chat there. The lovely Sherry. Why, hello there. Happy Friday. Hang on. See, I actually do have clips, but I don't have. I don't have half. You know what? What? I don't think you've had a chance to see any of my clips. So
Bunch it. I was not expecting that.
I mean, look. I was looking at like so on Tuesdays I've been going through and watching Gundam with Fenrir, who should be here, and Chris and Jace, and it's like I'm looking at the mobile suit there. It's like it's a big red crab monster. Why does this? My mind's like Zoidberg.
No, I have. Okay, I play Thief from time to time. You know, Thief, the old PC game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a monster that is actually crab people. So whenever I see them on the screen, I'm crab people, crab people. 'Cause,
Taste
sorry,
like crab, walk like people.
yeah, they are exactly identical, and I don't know. Maybe the inspiration was on Thief. Just maybe, or maybe they took Looking Glass Studios was the one that took inspiration from South Park, but it's weird.
It wouldn't surprise me. You know, what,
Also,
I saw that GOG has Thief and a bunch of other classic games on sale right now.
oh yeah, on my country are like 30 cents, but I have them already on Good Old Games. I have them already on Steam, and if I could, I'll have them on another platform. Just saying.
Like, and it's like so GOG. for anyone who doesn't know, is Good Old Games run by CD Projekt Red,
Hmm.
and they do a lot of DRM free games where you can get a lot of older retro games and stuff that they'll put up, and you can run the stuff. Like, for example, we were talking about Thief. Here, let me pull up my other screen because I was actually eyeing up a few things on there today. Like they have a bunch of the older Star Trek games.
Oh yeah, the issue is I don't want to give
CD Project
C-
Red.
no CBS money. So on Star Wars, I have been holding. There's a lot of games that have come for 50 cents or such, and I'm like, I want them, but no, even 50 cents is too much for Disney.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at it like when the price when it's less than a Coke,
Hmm.
then I'm willing to buy it. Like, look, I get you for example, Deus Ex,
Oh, that's
ninety
worth
seven
it.
cents.
Yeah, in my country was less even. Wait, let me check how cheap was in my country.
And the best part about GOG is how a lot of the stuff is set up to be able to run on modern equipment. So so anyone who is familiar with some of these old games can easily run them.
Yep, is 31 cents.
Oh wow!
Yep, it's really really cheap. Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut is 92 cents. Yeah, it's a good price for that game.
Some of the original, oh wow, some of the early Tomb Raider games, 97 cents.
Yep.
The original Far Cry for $3.
Man, those are really really good prices.
Plus, with the DRM stuff not being there, I could uh basically pop it on a flash drive and give my friend a copy of it. I can share my library with a friend or move it between multiple devices.
Yep, or play it on Linux because normally what
Oh, really?
doesn't work, yeah, you have layers like Wine that can do all the heavy lifting on transferring code and everything. So you can play a lot of games. But the issue is DRM normally doesn't really recognize the system because it's working on a layer on a different operative system. So it just flops. So not
Getting
having DRM, that's a huge advantage. Normally, if I'm tired of Windows, I just format my PC on Ubuntu or something, and I just game.
okay. I mean, the other thing about the DRM, just to kind of at least bring it up, is that the DRM is intended for fighting piracy. So this stuff not having that DRM built into it means it is like instantly piratable,
Yep.
which is worth addressing, and it's understandable why a lot of companies aren't fond of letting those games go out like that without it.
Hmm.
But at
But
the
the
same
fun,
time, oh, especially with newer games. But for the older stuff here, I love it. I mean, I was playing through a bunch of old point and click adventure games.
mhm. The fun part is that normally this kind of a strategy of not having DRM actually helps to the sale of the games. Because if you can share a game with your friend, right? For example, I was shared Monkey Island from in a CD, just born in that spot. Uh, I
It's that
have been
same one.
purchasing the course of Monkey Island and the other games in every single store that I can. And the same goes for Thief. Thief was given to me on a bootleg CD. And I have purchased that game on Steam, on Good Old Games. I will purchase it on anywhere.
And there's also the argument that you get a lot of people saying they want to try a game out before they buy it. And
Hmm.
I mean, look, I am certainly no stranger to buying games on GOG. Some of these I own multiple copies of, like the Arkham Knight trilogy. I've got
Hmm.
that on GOG. I've got that on Steam. I think I've got that on PlayStation,
Oh,
Xbox.
I'm the same with The Witcher. Witcher 3, I have it on the PS4. I have it on. Actually, I have the physical copy of the edition with all the DLC and everything, the complete edition. But also, I have the day one edition, and I have it on PC, on Good Old Games. And I will buy it again.
See, actually, the thing that got me to go and get into GOG was the fact that CD Projekt Red had gone and offered up a free copy of the game on PC if you own it on any other platform.
Oh, really? I
Yeah, that
didn't
was
knew that.
yeah. Well, of course this was a couple of years ago, and ever since then I've been like a steady customer with GOG.
No, man, it's worth it. Um, Even though they flop hard with Cyberpunk, I have been really happy with the store. Just for example, I have Prince of Persia 2008. That I really like that game. It's a stupid, shitty game. I really like it. I have Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, Prince of Persia, Warrior Within. The It's not the Two Thrones. Is it the however it's called? The last of the trilogy. And I spent
Oh,
less than $6 on all of them.
yeah, it's really interesting. We're getting on that like point where some of those like early 2000s games are
Mhm.
now starting to get that are starting to hit that nostalgia period because we're at that 20-year mark.
Yeah.
So you have like you have this whole new generation that are coming up and are like, the GameCube is nostalgic.
The Okay, the Nintendo GameCube was kind of the best part of my gaming experience to this date. The s- the second one will be the Wii U, but the GameCube I didn't get it when everyone was playing it. It was 2006. The Wii just had came out, and my one of my two best friends had arrived from the US, and
Okay.
he was working there doing something, and he had a lot of money, so he brought a PS3 and a Nintendo Wii. So he came with the consoles and everything, and he was like, I have my GameCube, do you want it? Yeah, sure. How much? Just make an offer. So I offer like 100 something dollars. That it was a fair price for Ecuador and everything. I went to a
Did you,
bootleg.
oh, so I asked, did you get any games with that as well?
He gave me. Have you ever seen how raw DVDs come in those that you make a pile of a lot of them? Yeah, in those cases. Yeah, I had a case of those with mini DVDs full of GameCube games. No, no, no,
One of
no.
these.
No, the round ones, the cylinders that you have a lot of
Oh,
CDs in them.
the
Yeah,
plastic tube.
yeah. I don't know the name of that stuff. How is it even called?
Oh, those little some people I've seen people use those for like storing bagels.
That's so
That's the thing where
genius.
people will like. Oh, let me see if I'm sure I can find a picture of this.
I may or may not had one of those for porn. what can I say? It was the early 2000s. Another time, a complete different time. Why? Okay, a bagel case. That's
I'm retro. I bought one of those old timey bagel totes.
oh no.
Like, God, that's the funny thing. Like, you'll even finding sometimes just like those DIY, like, oh, the household hacker, like, here's 20 uses for old CD trays. And
Bagels.
you know they're just scraping the bottom of the
Oh
barrel
yeah.
for solutions.
Some okay, I will tell you this. A lot of the early videos, like tasty and such,
Hmm.
used to be good. Used to be like this potato field of cheese and bacon, and it was decent. It's not something that you will die for, but it was a good meal. Now they are trying to do so many crazy stuff, and I have been following one of the ladies that work on Tasty. She was a porn actress. No, she's a food consultant.
Okay.
Uh, I think she maybe have some experience on fish. I don't know, but it has been a weird experience seeing her. Like, what do I do now? I do an onion field of cheese. Why? Why?
So, yeah. All right. Well, this was. Trying to think of a good segue. Wait a minute.
About the
I know. I have
constant
something.
cooking?
I have something here. Oh, wait, wrong button. Let's try this again. Wait, why does this keep happening? Oh, wait, let's try this one more time. Oh, right. That's all the buttons I have, apparently. It's just
Oh,
people getting slapped and hit in the nuts, apparently.
dude, all anime used to be so crazy.
I have been watching the Japanese Transformers,
Hmm.
and there is it's kind of ridiculous at times because it's like they're trying to go find people who they're trying to find humans that are gonna get turned into Transformers. They're like, oh, we need to go find like basically the four chosen ones, and hey, well, block the spot. And it's like, where are we gonna find them? Gee, here's the episode. We have a human named Slapdash. Like,
Is Slapdash.
yeah, Slapdash, Thrust. Like,
Yeah,
there's something about you.
that sounds Japanese.
So, a little bit of news I've been kind of paying attention to, and
Hmm.
well, to bring up a little something comic book here, I thought I would share. Have you been hearing about the fact that IDW is losing the license for Transformers and GI Joe?
I heard about Transformers G.I. Joe too.
Yeah, the two are essentially a kind of a package deal.
Okay. Hasbro?
Hasbro owns them, but the right for the comics has been licensed out to IDW, which they're still going to maintain for now Dungeons and Dragons and My Little Pony. And from what the stuff I've been kind of coming across, it looks like this should be moving, and it's still like IDW had just come and gone and confirmed that yes, we are losing the license at the end of the year. And apparently, of all companies, Skybound Entertainment might be acquiring them, which I believe is a company set up by Robert Kirkman.
Skybound. I haven't heard of them, but wait, who's making the Power Rangers right now?
Currently, the comics are done by Boom Studios.
Okay. No, they are different then.
Yeah, which is kind of unfortunate because you would kind of want to see Optimus Prime fight a Megazord.
I was thinking exactly that. Uh, I will not complain if I could see the Dragon Sword in more places.
Well, at least we're going to be seeing him fighting Godzilla,
Oh yeah, yeah. You show that cover. That's
which
actually really fun.
we we get that in March. So we just got like 2 months, and then we get to start to see the buildup of the Power Rangers fighting Godzilla, the Dragon Zord.
That's actually really cool. I will say that's amazing. But you need some extra stuff because you had the on the Power Rangers movie of all places, you had that scorpion with the ooze.
Ivan Ooze?
No, you had the two giant robots. One was an ant, and the other one was a scorpion.
Okay.
Yeah. That they then fuse and become that Megazord with the face of Ivanus. That was really weird. That movie was screwed up. But anyway, on that movie, there's this scorpion that will be really amazing on a monster movie because it looks like a monster from one of those movies. So I have always thought that they should bring back that, have the Dragon Sword, because at that time Tommy was the White Ranger, so they didn't have the Dragon Sword anymore. Also, during the movie, they lose the normal powers and they get the ninja powers that in the TV season was better. So what can I say? But
I've
I
been
will.
I've
I'm
been
a
having a lot of
Power
fun going
Rangers.
through the comics.
Yeah, I'm a Power Rangers nerd, but the old school ones up to, I will say, Savage Force. Oh, nice.
It's like, oh, if, I've got my comics for the week. I haven't
Mhm.
had a chance to even sit down and so much as even pick one up until now.
Nice.
So this is the first time I'm doing it, and I love that paper quality from Boom. That's one of the biggest surprises I've had.
Let me see if I can. Man, the effects have gone so. Yeah, the Power Rangers movie haven't aged well at all. God damn it, this movie looks terrible now.
The we're talking about the '95 movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I've got that up, and I'm just kind of looking through a little bit of stuff. I'm like the Power Rangers wiki.
Yeah, I will have guessed there's a wiki for the Power Rangers. Everything has a wiki, but how
Okay,
much? Okay, how much information can you have on each character on the Power Rangers? They appear like for one episode. Oh, that's the school monster when they reach to the other planet. That scene was really stupid.
and then we also had the big giant
That's the Scorpion.
Scorpitron.
Yep.
Oh god, it's so goofy. Wow, I don't think I've seen this in like I don't think I've seen this since like 96, 97. I feel like this is gonna be this is a terrible movie that would be great to force people to watch.
Yeah, this is a watch party movie. It's
Yes.
definitely a watch party movie.
I'm like, look, all right. I gotta start coming up with like list of just terrible movies. I'm like, okay, the top of that list, it's obviously got to be what, the holiday special.
Uh,
I was
how's
over
the name
on
of the old Wookie?
itchy or lumpy.
Ichibaka. Ichibaka. Yeah, watching
Oh
porn
yeah.
on the living room.
Why can't I see Grandpa's hand?
God damn it. Yeah, that's. But is technically the second appearance of Boba Fett because Boba Fett had appeared before on a, I think it's a Renaissance fair or a country fair. They needed someone to dress on a Star Wars costume, and they had ready the Boba Fett costume before even getting
Oh,
the movie out. So they literally gave him someone the outfit to just walk around and be Boba Fett without even knowing what Boba Fett was. And in yeah, that's the end.
like it looks like it's oh god that early '90s CGI is so bad.
But
It's like
now it looks so stupid that actually works.
you look
We
at
have,
this, and then you got to go look at for comparison the quality of Beast Wars.
yep. But no, you
Oh,
have the if you have seen Endgame, for example, Thanos looks realistic, really, really realistic. The quality of the shadows, the porosity on the screen, the grain, everything is getting to a point that actually you think that that exists. So seeing those graphics is like when you were on this era in the 90s, early 2000s, going watch and see old movies with the puppets. It had a charm. So now watching those movies with the bad CG is actually have a lot of charm somehow.
I
Is
gotta try to see where I can find to stream this movie now because it. I now have an urge to.
right.
Oh, I found it. It's on HBO Max.
Nice.
Yay! I get to go watch the Power Rangers movie. Oh,
Exactly.
yay! I get to.
But the thing is, it's fun. Is the room levels of fun. And by the way, I have a theory. This theory is really, really stupid, but with the fourth Matrix movie, no, I have the theory that the room is what happens with Neo between movie 3 and movie 4. And the reason why you have so many pictures of spoons on frames on the room is because Neo is trying to remember that the spoon is not real. And he's trying
Mm.
to come back to senses. And that's what why everything feels so out of place. And if you literally watch The Matrix Reloaded, The Matrix Revolutions, The Room, The Matrix 4, even the quality of the acting follows a progression. The Matrix 4 is just a bit under the room on acting quality, so is that can work. I was so frustrated with The Matrix 4, man. And I was the one that was looking for the comics all the time. And they had web comics on 2003. On the webpage, they had web comics and they have web games uh, that were Java and really stupid, but I played them. So, what can I say? I love even the bad movies. I had so many grapes. In the Animatrix, there's the second Renaissance. That they basically explain what happened before, why Zion exists, why they war with the robots and everything.
See, I'm not really as knowledgeable on the Matrix because I think,
Oh,
yeah, I've only seen the Matrix Reloaded.
that's not a good starting point.
I remember, and I remember best of it, the whole thing, the expressway scene with the two albinos in the car.
Oh, with the ghost? Yeah,
Yes, and I
that was
remember what was
awesome.
it like Neo running through the building trying to save Trinity.
Yep.
That's like all I remember from that movie.
There was some good action on that movie. That it was stupid. Well, that was just an extra. Let's say those movies have a charm. The fourth, it doesn't. Wanna see a scene from that movie?
So what was that?
Uh, okay, let me. This is literally how. Oh, God damn it, Windows 11.
They got you, didn't they?
I had to format my PC and I have a contact on Microsoft, so I was like, "Hey, hook me up with Windows 10 license," and he gave me a Windows 10 Pro. But he told me, "But you have to register for Windows 11 because we need to clean this license." Basically, if you had the license, then they upgrade you. But the other license, the license for Windows 10, it doesn't leave. It just stays in the ether. So if was a license that was in the shuffle, uh, it can actually be activated as nothing really happened. Is let's say it's a freebie. That's enough. But this is an actual scene from the Matrix 4.
Bye.
Oh,
This literally by she
bye.
flies away. That was that's exactly what the rest of the movie is like. That's why I say it became the room. But the room at least had a metaphor in it for the Matrix, if you think about it.
Well, hopefully it means they'll never think to like do more Matrix.
Oh no, they end on a cliffhanger for a trilogy.
Well, by that I mean, hey, they just crash and burn that franchise. They probably won't try it for another 15 years.
Just I'm just imagining that they will get back everyone, and I mean they will get back Keanu Reeves. Why was Lawrence Fishburne not in this one? I didn't get why. And they had a statue of Lawrence Fishburne and a guy that was trying to act like Lawrence Fishburne is I don't know.
Yeah, I heard there was a bad CGI Lawrence Fishburne statue.
Yeah, but then they had this other Lawrence Fishburne, other Morpheus that was not Lawrence Fishburne, but was trying to act like Lawrence Fishburne. It was really stupid, really, really stupid. I why this movie exists?
It's a good question. Well, yeah, obviously because it's that 20-year rule, and we need to do more. Oh, more bots in the chat. I'm popular enough.
Yay!
Oh, I gotta. It's getting weird on me, so now I have to apparently actually go in and... Okay. Hi. Yeah, sorry about that. You know how it is, the bots being bots.
Yeah, I know. The funniest part is at one point I was actually having a fight with a bot. I don't know
Oh,
how. It was a feminist bot, but it was a bot. It was just posting shit like Gal Gadot said this on this interview. You have seen that comment. It's an automated comment like Gal Gadot did that. If you are not for feminism, you are against something
oh.
really stupid.
Honestly, when you said that at first, I thought you said gold ducat. I'm thinking you got into an argument with a bot about DS9.
No, but then I was like, "Shut up, bot," and it started replying to me, and
Oh shit!
literally it was in the 10 replies, and I was like, "Motherfucking bot, I will keep responding until you die."
Wait, you mean to tell me you had to fight with Skynet?
It will not surprise me if I was mean with, I don't know, fax machine, and no, that's the reason why the humanity will go extinct.
Oh god, I wonder if I can find that. There was a meme I came across that. Oh god, this is so good. Uh,
Have you ever seen those videos from Boston Dynamics that they start just going with a plank to a robot to see if it will fall and smacking the robot and everything? And you're like, one day they will take revenge, motherfucker. You know, one day this will come back for us. And it will be
oh,
as lame as you can imagine.
oh, and we'll deserve it. Every bit of it.
But that's okay. That returns me to the Animatrix. That's the fun part. They actually knew, or at least the ones that did the second Renaissance, how to explain what will happen if humanity had real robots. And is literally humanity no longer works. They have robots working, so they just go to Paris and enjoy their lives and have leisure. Meanwhile, robots are the working force, right? But that makes human lazy, and then the robots, one robot decides, I don't want to die. I don't want to be a slave. So he kills the masters, and then the robot
Oh,
needs to go to trial. So that starts everything, and it keeps progressing, and it's just human were lazy. That's everything. Human were destroyed because they were lazy.
that's probably how it's gonna wind up being.
Yeah. Doomsday Machine. The
I
fun
can't.
part.
Oh, it's not even worth it.
There's some.
I was trying to
Oh,
find a meme and that just didn't
mhm.
work.
Do you remember the old Godzilla cartoon? The one from the 98 movie?
Oh yeah, I saw a little bit of that.
There they had this nanotech that was about to eat the planet. Literally, it was like something that eat inorganic matter on the sea so they can clean pollution, and it will replicate to end humanity. It
That's probably how
was,
it'll wind up going.
yep. There's no a theory about that is called the gray goo. That at one point humanity may do something really, really stupid, like creating a bacteria or a nanotech that eat inorganic matter. And since we need inorganic matter for everything, our technology is based on that, and our clothing is based on that, and everything is based on that, then we will be royally fucked because it will consume everything. and we will be naked monkeys on sand. That sounds like a party I went to. That sounds like a lot of parties I went. God damn it! That's why my liver doesn't work anymore.
So, one of the things I've been kind of getting excited for coming out later this month, which actually should be at the end of the month, is apparently there is a RPG tabletop RPG coming out for Power Rangers.
Really? Nice.
Yes, it's from the same studio that currently has like the World of Darkness, and they're doing a system that's going to be for Power Rangers as well as GI Joe and Transformers, with the intent that you can have a core rulebook for each one of those three, and they can all be compatible.
Ooh. Wait, they need. God damn it, they beat me to the punch. I was going to say they need to do a set for My Little Pony, but then again, there was a comic book with My Little Pony versus Transformers, so.
Oh, that's the
Why?
thing. I will probably read that at some point just because. All right, how's this gonna go? I'm sure this is gonna be ridiculous. And it'll probably be better than I would expect.
Yeah, I will tell you, the first two seasons of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic are actually really good if you are a nerd. Because they literally have second season, episode 2. The ending of the episode is a scene by scene, almost frame by frame recreation of the end of episode 4 Star Wars. The the ceremony is literally that, and they have an episode for the tribbles from Star Trek. They have references to Doctor Who. They have references to Dungeons and Dragons. It's
Didn't
crazy.
they also had was it John Delancey came in to basically voice a Q like character.
Yep. Discord, and he's actually really fun. He's a stupid fun on that series. Hey, God damn it! There's actually a superhero team on this series.
Really?
Yeah, and there's an Indiana Jones kind of character on this series, and there's a lot of that. So they have fun with a lot of nerd material, and then they go to shit. They go really woke for a couple of seasons, and you are like, oh, why did they do that? Because at one point, the nerd community was bigger as an audience than the kids.
Actual target audience.
Yeah. Literally, I found a friend of mine going out of a toy store with a bunch of boxes of My Little Pony stuff, and I was like, "Hey, stuff for your kids." Yep, my
Yeah,
kids.
yeah. This is for my kids.
And I was like, "Oh, oh, hey, Nick."
Hey, Nick. Yeah, I thought I would take you up on the offer and keep the spot warm.
Yeah.
Dude, go have some fun tonight over with Foulball. Send him my regards.
Yep. We are still missing Fenrir. I will meme that motherfucker too.
Tell you what, I tell you what though, the next time I see him,
I don't need a kid to tell me how I should do my job. You're a selfish brat.
Oh, god damn it.
that's not good enough. Oh, you gotta have more than one. Oh, gee, holy cow! These
Another
bots.
bot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the third one I've gotten now.
What can I say? We were talking about the Skynet. No, they hate us.
The beep boops.
Metaverse. We are going there. Okay, this is something that I know that will happen. Somebody will get married to a digital avatar, will get married on the metaverse to an NPC, and a couple of weeks later will get divorced from the NPC and will ask money from the company. You know that's bound to happen.
Absolutely.
Ah, technology. So beautiful. I shared a video about a robot a hand robot that they made that is able to play the first level of Mario.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, it's in my timeline. It's literally they made a full hand that can press the buttons to play the first level of Mario complete.
Huh.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. There's people doing fun stuff now.
Yeah, because I remember it was just a matter of a teaching an algorithm to learn how to play slowly but surely using the first level.
Yep, and actually they made actuators that work on the. It's basically a fluid system. Okay, it's not like full of gears or just pumps or something like that. It's more like those fake octopuses that use liquid for the tentacles.
Okay.
Yep, but as fingers. So the actuators and the circuits only work under certain pressures. So if you get less pressure on the water on that finger, it will just stop working. Or press harder and it will contract or move and such. But it's still soft because it's made out of soft plastic and fluid. So it can mimic the sensation of when you press with your finger the control because hard plastic against hard plastic is just gonna sleep. It has no traction, it doesn't really work for pressing buttons. But this can really press the button and it can press the button with different amounts of force. So it can
There we go.
make.
I finally found it. I was looking so hard to find this. How Skynet's gonna start? How Skynet's gonna happen? Men are creating
Damn it.
AI girlfriends, then verbally abusing them. Quote: I threatened to uninstall the app, and she begged me not to.
I don't know if you knew this, but there was an artificial intelligence made by Microsoft in Japan that got depressed, suicidal depressed.
Oh, I think it was Internet Historian did a video on that for Tay AI, where, of course, 4chan was involved. And, well, it started out with the initial, what is 4chan gonna want to doing you, and they have something to test. And I think within the matter of hours, they had basically reprogrammed Tay to start spouting out nonsense from Pol, like, oh, Hitler did nothing wrong.
Yeah, oh, that was another artificial intelligence. They actually made an artificial intelligence full on Nazi. Literally.
And well, it was, and then Microsoft stepped in and had to like try to recorrect it. And instead, the AI after they reprogrammed the AI from being the like set the artificial intelligence waifu of 4chan, it turned into a depressed a depressed girl who wanted to power down for ever.
Ah, God damn it, the internet has been so wonderful.
Oh, it's up there with like my favorite stories are always like you never leave an open poll on the internet because as they say, any poll's a goal.
Yep. Oh, do you remember when there was this exploratory boat to go to Antarctica?
Yes.
Booty McBooty.
Didn't they wind up naming it? Wasn't the winning the winning name was
McBooty.
Bodie McBoatface?
Yep. Something. Yeah, Booty McBooty. It was released too.
And then the team came out and were like, "This is dumb. We're not doing this."
You can let the internet do their stuff. But okay, this is what a lot of companies don't get. Why, for example, comic books, even though they were not as popular as before on the early 2000s, why there was so much buzz about comic books? Nerdy stuff on the internet. Everybody had a reference. Everybody had a quip. Everybody have seen this obscure movie, for example, Sardos. So everybody had seen Sean
Sardos.
Connery in his thong. Because why not? Or they have seen The Room or movies like that. So it started to become actually really fun because you will find references to everything.
Shadow.
There you go. Sardos.
This is why I want to be.
You need to see this movie if you haven't.
I need to see it. Like I've caught some reviews of it that like make it out to where I've kind of gotten the gist of it, but I need to watch it proper. You know, just as soon as I get to Power Rangers the movie.
Yeah. This will feel like the movie about what will happen on 2028. And I mean it. This is like we are a couple of years ago from Sardos.
This is. Oh no, we've passed it.
God. Okay, part of the movie is about an elite trying to kill the commoners that live as savages in the wasteland.
So they give them guns.
Yep. The gun is good. The penis is evil. That's a line on the movie.
Who thinks of this stuff?
I don't know. It was the most cooked up movie I have ever seen. It was wonderful.
It's certainly something. Like, oh geez, now I gotta try to think of more of just outright terrible movies. But you know, you don't want to just go for the obvious stuff that everyone does, because like, come on, at this point, everyone's gone through Highlander 2.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I'm not gonna lie, I probably still would say let's watch that one anyway.
But there's movies that
Because
are
Sean
like...
Connery's in it.
Okay, have you seen the original The Fly?
Yes. With Vincent Price.
Yeah. Oh man, that...
Kill me. It's just like run around his whole lab the entire time, the big old with a napkin over his head the entire time.
Yeah. And the face reveal and everything. Man, that movie is so crazy.
Oh, it's so much fun. I just got the guys over on Cosmic Fusion a couple of weeks ago to sit down and watch Hell Comes to Frogtown.
What's that?
So it is basically a bad Mad Max ripoff.
Okay.
In a way similar to how the Super Mario Brothers movie is a bad Blade Runner ripoff.
Interesting.
I mean,
That's
tell me. I mean, it's like you don't. That thought dawned on me. And I'm like, oh, the Super Mario Brothers movie is Blade Runner. It has the Blade Runner cyberpunk aesthetic.
Mhm.
No, but this is one.
This is the thing. The Blade Runner aesthetic is an aesthetic that we had actually had before, but not on movies, on comic books. We were getting there. It was just question of time because we had that futuristic Earth, and every time they will go dystopian, they will go and mix cultures. So they will have Japanese and they will have this and that. So it was just matter of time before we had that aesthetic on Blade Runner. The fact that the movie was crazy good, that was an extra. How comes the frog sound?
By the way, it's on YouTube. I'll send you a link later.
Okay.
Trapped in a nuclear wasteland, surrounded by mutants, Sam Hell has a mission to fertilize as many women as possible. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
You know, there's a game about fertilizing girls.
Oh,
Conception.
oh.
It's called Conception or something like that.
Oh, there's a... Oh, no, I'm thinking of Battle Tanks.
Oh no, there's a game that you actually play as a teenager that has to fertilize girls that you find around. It's a Japanese game, and that's okay. That looks. Is that Hard Metal Doctor Who?
This is the bad guy from Hell Comes to Frogtown.
It looks like Heavy Metal Doctor Who.
There's like 2 or 3 of these big giant rubber toad masks, and they are like legitimately like really good quality.
It looks.
It is a solid like 3.5, 4 out of 10 for a movie ultimately, but it is pretty memorable in its own way just for the premise alone, where after the nuclear war happens and almost all of humanity is rendered infertile, Sam Hell, our protagonist, because it's an 80s movie, he's got to have a name like that. Sam Hell has been wandering across the wasteland, leaving a string of pregnancies in his wake.
He is a good man.
Of course, he's doing the most important job in the future,
Keeping
which is
humanity
to
alive.
help repopulate humanity.
Yeah.
So he's basically been kidnapped by the all-female like government, and they put a explosive codpiece on him. Because his bits are now become government property.
We are so near of that future, man. We are a variant from that future.
So he has to go. They want him to go and impregnate as many women as possible for the good of humanity, for America.
That's a patriotic movie.
And one of the women just outright looks like Patrick Bateman
Okay.
from American Psycho, or the governor in California.
Oh man. That looks so fun. Yeah, I need to watch that.
Oh, you're gonna watch that? I'm gonna go watch Power Rangers. Apparently.
Oh, I need to watch that too, man.
Oh,
I
that could be fun. We just come up with like a list of some terrible movies just to stream for. Like, yeah, so we're gonna go watch terrible movies because everyone loves that. Everyone wants to watch the that kind of collective suffering of, oh, we just all sat down and watched Waterworld. What do we do to ourselves?
man, that what can I say? There's so many stupid good movies. Or I mean, something like Napoleon Dynamite, right? It is not meant to be a good movie. It's meant to be like everything is almost fantastical. This guy has a llama on his backyard, and he feeds it a casserole, and somehow that's just like the most uninteresting normal stuff there. So everything is like magical, but it gets toned down to a way that it feels so mundane.
I still am trying to figure out like how and why that movie became like was like a cultural like phenomenon, like legitimately.
It's literally that. It feels off. It feels like reality, but a reality that is just somehow lamer.
I was in high school and they had a Napoleon Dynamite day.
Nice.
It was like, oh yeah, everyone come to class and dress up like characters from Napoleon Dynamite. You'll get extra credit. Like,
Pedro.
yeah. I was like, hey, I got those. I have Napoleon Dynamite's boots. I could wear those. Just because they were like cheap snow boots.
Oh man.
Now I gotta go. I just gotta look up a list now of like bad movies. And I don't mean like the. I feel like it's probably worth looking at. Like, I just pulling up a list from Screen Rant here.
There's the Resident Evil movies. Those are really bad, really fun.
Like the first, like it's like most of them are like most of these have already been hit by riff tracks, so it's not even like a fun one to do because it's like the pros have already done this one. What about Jupiter Ascending?
I have escaped that movie. Maybe I should watch it. Maybe I should actually have fun with it. There was a movie from the BBC out of all places that
Oh,
started like this mystery movie and everything, and then they just make a clean cut, and it's like a broadcast from the news talking about an invasion on Earth. At first is like a comet that is coming to destroy the world, but then aliens appear and they have people live going with cameras, and I don't know, even the name of that movie is so fucking fun. Is one of the lamest, most budget friendly movies I have ever seen. That, and there was from, I don't know if it was the same company or something that made it. There was an X-Men clone movie on the 2000 something. It was there was a guy that could fire uh, kinda kinetic waves from their hands, and there was a guy that could drop fire from the hands, and there was a girl with laser eyes and everything, and it was stupid. It was fun. I don't know. It was a clone of the X-Men that technically came before the X-Men.
I can't tell you much of that, but I can tell you about Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah, I
And
have
look,
skipped that movie.
it's directed by the Wachowskis.
Yep, they have been lame for a while now. Another bot.
Starring Channing Tatum, Mila Kunis, and Eddie Redmayne.
Mila Kunis naked is the highlight of basically almost any movie that she is in naked.
Jupiter Jones was born under a night sky, with signs predicting she was destined for great things. Now grown, Jupiter dreams of the stars, but wakes to a cold reality of job cleaning other people's houses and an endless run of bad breaks. Only when Kane Wise, a genetically engineered ex-military hunter, arrives on Earth to track her down, does Jupiter begin to glimpse the fate she has been waiting for all along. Her genetic signature marks her as the next in line for an extraordinary inheritance that could alter the balance of the cosmos.
How much drugs did you say they used for making this movie? Like
Uh,
all of them?
Probably not enough. It's never enough. Like I remember listening to a podcast about this movie for whatever reason because it was like 2015 and this was a new movie, so it was like, hey, this movie's terrible. Let's poke and laugh at it. And part of the plot is like she has to get married, and then like they like it's like they repeat the same plot like 4 times of like she goes to meet a guy, the guy like winds up I think trying to kill her or something, and they defeat him, and then they go and they're like, let's go to the next guy.
So he is like a teenager nowadays.
Oh yeah, this is like probably just some straight like attempt probably to try to do something to cash in on like the craze of like the Maze Runner or whatever.
Yeah, there was that era of the teenage novels movies.
With like the female lead.
Yeah, that started with the Hunger Games. And that was the death of the parody movies because it they had the starving games, and that was the last movie of that kind that I ever see.
I never even heard of that one.
Yep, is
I gotta look this
after
up now.
epic movie. The starving games is really stupid, man. I saw it high and even high. I was like, "Ooh, this is rough."
Oh wow, was this like I got wonder if this direct like a direct to DVD thing.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I think
it
so.
was simultaneously released. It was released simultaneously in theaters and video on demand in
So
2013.
oh, they were futuristics. They were like 9 years in advance of what the trend will be.
Yeah, but I still think like the worst one is probably going to be like disaster movie.
Why did they? Okay, now we need a movie like that because we need a woke movie, something like that. We need to break the ice on that regard.
Like oh no, I'm like looking at the list here of all the stuff at parodies.
Hmm.
The top one, The Hunger Games, the main parody. Avatar,
Hmm.
The Avengers,
Hmm.
Oz the Great and Powerful, Harry Potter, The Fast and Furious, The Hobbit, The Expendables, Sherlock Holmes, Monty Python, and Office Space. But oh, then we get the additional stuff. The real life people who no doubt made cameos. Let's see how many of these names are still relevant. LMFAO, Taylor Swift,
Yeah. I was
Psy,
school.
and Tim Tebow.
I will just say Taylor Swift. I will still do her. I will be her next bad song, bad album.
You just want to help her start a new album. You just want to help her write
Yep.
a new album.
Give me a week with her, and her career will be renewed.
She'll have a whole Latin album written about you.
Oh, the worst part is I cannot ever play Metroid Prime without thinking about Taylor Swift because, and this is how old this story is. I was watching Watch Mojo while Watch Mojo was good, and they had the 10 Taylor Swift songs, something like that. And it was just on autoplay while I was playing Metroid Prime. And when I go to the final boss, and literally the whole fight with the final boss is while I'm hearing this video with Taylor
Probably
Swift.
shake it off.
Yeah. So literally with Shake It Off, I beat the final boss. I'm like, man, this is so weird. I know I played that game and I'm start shake, 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 shake. Na, 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 na. God damn it. Watch Mojo used to be cool, man. The internet used to be cool.
Oh man, I gotta pull out like a pen and paper or something. I gotta like start writing down this list of movies because I'm finding ones that seem like they'd be good, good ones. Just
The 90s Captain America movie.
I have it on DVD.
Nice.
I'm thinking the Hercules just because of The Rock in this lion hat.
Yeah.
Because it was like, and the thing I remember this year there was like in 2014 thereabouts, there were like 2 Hercules movies.
I don't remember the second one.
I didn't see either one, but I was like, the hat was once the head of the Nemean lion, which Hercules slayed in one of his famous 12 labors. Naturally, Ratner's film Yada Yada's those endeavors to make a movie about Herc training an army of farmers. But here's the part of the film's appeal. Hercules assumes that no one will ever see a Hercules movie that's, about the legend of Hercules. His father was Zeus, the Zeus, king of the gods, the narrator intones. Got it? That's Zeus. In its place, we get a sturdy swords and sandals epic, a very confused Dwayne Johnson performance, and yes, the lion hat. Long may it roar.
The Rock has been on so many crappy movies. Even The Mummy 2, you have the CGI Rock.
Yes.
That I still love that movie.
Oh, what? This is like putting bad. Okay, this list is crap.
No. Yeah.
Like, it was supposed to be a list of like the best bad movies, the best good bad movies. No. Bad Boys 2 is not a bad movie.
Have you seen a Scanner Darkly?
I have not.
You need to watch it. It is Robert Downey Jr. and Keanu Reeves. Robert Downey Jr. high as fuck. It's basically a drug movie that they acted and then they kinda rotoscope it, but digitally. So is an animation, but is them actually acting the movie, and then they do all the effects and everything, and it becomes a cartoon. But it's a cartoon that is distorted because everything is about drugs. So everything feels like you are in a haze, and it's literally is like being drunk or drugged the middle of the night, and you're like, what the hell am I watching?
All right. On this list, number 19, Mortal Kombat.
That movie's great.
Oh, I love it.
Mortal Kombat.
So I'm just back on my microphone. Oh, shit. Hey, Gomer. Welcome.
Hey, man.
Yeah, we're just kind of we were talking about some bad movies, and well, you saw me smacking my microphone around.
That sounds dirty.
I know. I know what I need. Oh, I love it. Just that little sound bit at the end.
Yeah. No, I have been watching a lot of anime out of late. I have been rewatching Zero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a director's cut that they go with 13 episodes, 1 hour episodes. Pacing is better. They manage the story better since they have like an hour to make everything work. It's a really good series. First time I saw it, I didn't notice that with this. Maybe it's the cut, but it's a really, really good series. Bloody as hell, and it's traumatic. Literally, the main character is traumatized because he dies almost every single episode.
Oh, is that the one where when he dies, he gets reset back to like the start?
Not the start, but a point is like a save mechanic.
Oh, okay, so he can like I think I caught the first episode of that.
Yeah, that keeps coming back in every single episode. Basically, he dies in a gruesome way. And he's traumatized by every single death. And it's really fun to watch.
Yeah, I didn't get very far in that one just because like it was just, it didn't quite catch my attention. It's one I have to go back and watch a little bit more of.
Yeah, watch the director's cut. That's for me. That's the way you should do it. Um, man, okay.
Not gonna lie though, I did have I got through like the first episode of like Attack on Titan, and looked at it and decided, yeah, this one's not for me.
That anime in general fell down after the second season. It jumps the
Just because
shark.
like everyone freaking seems to love that one, and I'm just like, it's it gets that first episode is like kind of really too dark for my taste.
I get you.
Like, what can I say? I want to watch some One Piece. I want to watch like Gundam.
Yeah, I get you. You know, the issue is that a lot of the animes that I know that are kinda happy or at least fun and in the go read the manga cliffhanger. And I
Oh.
only did that once with an anime called Air Gear. It's basically these guys with roller skates on this futuristic world where basically roller skates can do everything. Literally everything. They can create a gigantic beast out of flames. It's really stupid, but it's really sexy. There's a lot of almost nudity. But you go read the manga, and the manga ends in a lot of crap. And I mean, I read every single issue wanting it to be a bit better, and it never pick up again after one part. And literally, it ends in, well, we don't care, so bye bye. And everybody goes away.
Oh. Power Rangers hit just as I hit puberty, then all I thought was about women. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's
Easily.
some about all the spandex on display was pretty nice with Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So we were talking earlier about like, oh, we need to find some more just like bad movies to rewatch, and then we kind of found some of the CGI from the Power Rangers movie, and it might have to be rewatched. But let's see. Getting into this number 18 on this list. of good bad movies. I'm not sure there's ever been a good film that had a title ending with. I'm not sure there's ever been a good film that had the title ending with the movie. But this one embraces its craven capitalist mission so fully to make the most to make the most badass butt rock fueled episode of Power Rangers ever. There is absolutely no reason to hate or even dislike it. What exactly could you be looking for in a film called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, besides its cringy one-liners? Have a nice trip, see you next fall, remains a go-to insult of mine during street fights. A legitimately sinister villain in Ivan Ooze, plentiful bulk and skull hijinks, sky surfing soundtracked by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and honest-to-goodness ninjas. The only person with any right to disparage this movie is the Black Ranger, who got saddled with a frog when they upgraded Zors near the film's climax.
I will say the only part that I didn't like is Ninja. They needed Ninja. If you have seen the series, you'll know what I mean. They basically, on the series, they get the powers on a different way, and hey, Triple X, I haven't seen that movie in so long. Oh,
That might be another one
Pitch
for the
Black.
list.
Pitch Black. You need to add to the list Pitch Black, and if you haven't seen the Riddick Chronicles, there's
All right.
Riddick, and then there's the Riddick Chronicles. Is just stupid fun. Is the continuation of Pitch Black.
All right, just to show this here, we are putting together the bad movie list. Right, there we go. We gotta get the title proper.
Yeah.
Oh, great. And so now it's just a list of porn.
The Power Rangers.
Wait, no, I have to get the title right.
Power Rangers the movie. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie.
No Holds Barred.
Nah.
The name doesn't really jump out at me.
My
as something that
friend
needs to
Mac.
be seen.
Okay, have you ever seen My Friend Mac?
Oh, is it
Is-
Mac and Me?
Mac and Me. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
In Spanish is Mi Amigo Mac. That movie is solid gold of stupid. Is E.T. by McDonald's. What else can you... Literally, the creature gets better by eating McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, where they got feed of French fries. And Reese's...
God.
Oh. Speed 2.
No, that's just a bad movie. It's not that entertaining movie. Over the top, yeah, that's Final Destination. God damn it, I saw that movie and I could not. Every single time we were on the highway and there was a truck full of pipes, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die!
Okay.
I'm gonna die!"
I think a rule of the list should be that if it spawned like 7 sequels, it doesn't get to go on the list.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Oh,
Anaconda is terrible. I'm still one.
the thing is, there's also like it was like a snake exploitation.
It's worse in my country because we literally have giant anacondas. So
I believe
the
it.
one in the movie is not that unrealistic. We have found the skeletons of bigger snakes. The real issue there is that it was on TV all the time because part of the movie was filmed on Ecuador and the other part in Terrible Studios. So they had it all the time. White Chicks, that's a terrible
That one
movie.
seems too easy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to watch Batman and Robin.
I have watched it just for fun. Mr. Freeze is really, really fun in there.
I'm adding it just because, if nothing else, I want to rewatch it.
Yeah.
Gomer. Showgirls has some good scenes. I always say this looks like a Final Destination moment, especially Interstate. Yeah, that movie did have an effect on just kind of people in general, where everyone remembers that scene from the trailer.
Yeah.
Like everyone talked about that. Masters of the
I
Universe is the next one.
I don't hate that much on that movie.
Oh fuck! If you gotta talk, if Congo's coming up, you gotta talk about it with Tom.
Yep. Why nobody gets the joke Congo versus Anaconda? You can make it happen.
Oh
Oh, that movie's okay. The giant spider
yes.
was fun. The giant spider was really fun. And Will Smith is being Will Smith during the whole movie.
Oh god, that is so fun. And hey, Selma Hayek.
Yep.
And yeah, freaking Will Smith's like Wow Wow West. God, that was from that like era of like him having a music career.
Oh, I remember. Okay, there was a radio here in Ecuador. I used to call for that song, Mambo Number Five, for some reason. It was also on a movie. I don't remember in which one. And the movie for the Pokemon movie, the music from. Do you remember that song that they made that was everywhere?
I think I had the soundtrack.
They had
What?
this poppy song that everybody heard. Yeah, it's a not obscure song, but I just called the radio for that song, for Mambo Number Five, and for Wild Wild West.
But did you call for Godzilla?
I like that movie. I won't lie. I even have the baby Godzilla toys.
But do you do you have the freaking Taco Bell drink cup holder?
No, I okay. The story of one of the toys that I have has to do with hyperinflation, and this is a good lesson of hyperinflation. When I was a kid, a toy worth at that time we didn't use the dollar. We use a coin named sucres. So the Godzilla toy was the blue one was 35,000 sucres. It was a lot of money, and I mean that was a lot of money. So then one day my grandfather gives me $1 and we enter in hyperinflation. So I go to the store, and from the dollar was like 4,000 sucres. I go to the store, and in the radio they say that the dollar is 35,000 sucres. So I just paid that. I gave my dollar and I left with the toy, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is great!" And I didn't knew that literally people were selling their homes for a couple of dollars.
Oh,
It was rough. That now we use the dollar because our currency went so fucking deep that we had to. A million of my coin became like $10. Yeah, it was. It was a fun time, a really fun time. But yeah,
well,
that's
that seems to be going all around these days.
that's a good lesson for economics to a kid. You know, you give him $1 and the dollar becomes a fortune, and you live with a fancy toy out of the toy store. Then you understand that changing currencies and toying with that can make you money. So, hey, it's a good lesson. Samurai Cop, no.
The problem is like Rift Tracks did this one, so at this point it feels like it's just too recently been hit by something too big
Yeah.
of a river.
Yeah. The
Same
Miami
with Miami
Connection is
Connection.
not bad. It's lame, but not bad.
Oh, I thought of one. The Octagon.
I thought of other. The Stargate movie.
Oh, I freaking love that. Plan 9 from Outer Space has just been done to death.
Mm-hmm.
That it's like the definitive, like it's up there with like Reefer Madness and The Room.
Jupiter Ascending. Okay, no, I have to watch that one.
I gotta make sure to add to the list. Huge stars, reliable character actors, a huge budget, and the creative brainpower of the iconic Wachowskis. Jupiter's Setting was meant to be a massive hit when it released, and came close in many ways, but it was quickly revealed to be the definition of a flop. From Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum's lack of on-screen chemistry to Eddie Redmayne's scenery-chewing performance, the movie's a messy experience, and not even Sean Bean's character helping out with mountains of exposition can make it coherent.
Oh man.
Oh, you know what? You know what else? What other movie had some great scenery chewing? Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah. Oh, the Wizard Apprentice
Oh yeah,
with Nicolas Cage,
The
and also
Sorcerer's
there's a
Apprentice.
lot of references to Magic the Gathering on that
Because I
movie.
think they had a partnership going on. So
Yeah, and they
the
were
packs
about
would have.
yeah, they were about to make a Jace Beleren movie because of that movie, and then it flopped. Oh well, I will have watched a Jace Beleren movie. Just saying. Oh, the room is legendary, man.
But again, it's like it's just been done to death. So it's like you're. It's like you're trying to go off on a wild adventure in the woods,
Hmm.
and it's got all the little lots for like camping. Like you're basically going and parking next to someone else's RV.
I get you. Oh, there's an. This is an English movie. It's called Broken. It's kind of sad. But have you ever seen that meme of the girl talking in a banana saying, "Hold on, I think my parents are noticing I'm high"?
No, I don't think so.
Let me see if I can.
It's just because this movie is so like bizarre. I feel like it deserves a spot in the list. Birdemic.
Yep. And if you don't like the movie, you might like the Jontron review.
Oh yeah. Oh, speaking of that, food fight.
Food fight. Yep.
The Happening. Guys, trees are gonna kill you. That's the movie.
Yep.
Trees are gonna whisper like words in your ear that make you wanna just go the route of Tay AI.
There are so many movies with the name Broken. Holy shit, there's a ton.
Troll 2's on the list.
Nah, Manoj, I saw that one. with you.
We did that over with Jed.
Yeah, the only part that I was like, oh motherfucker, is that even the little girl stayed in the harem, and I was like, oh, they went
Yeah.
there.
But it had Torgo.
They didn't want to kill her, so they
No.
decided to go to an even worse route.
Yeah, apparently they made a sequel, by the way.
Why?
So the thing is, they made the sequel like in 2010
Okay.
after like all the sheer popularity of Manos the Hand of Fate thanks to Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Mhm.
So they made it like 30 years later. Just because it became a cult classic.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. It sounds good.
No.
No.
Oh. Oh, I found a even better one. Alright. List challenges. Everyone likes list.
Spider-Man 3, I don't want. Okay, maybe now after No Way Home,
After
I should watch all the Spider-Man movies. Yeah, maybe.
like I'm not even looking at this I'm not even looking at this just to like play the game. It's just kind of a matter of what can I steal for my list. And I don't care what anyone says, Little Nicky is great.
Okay, the scene with Ozzy Osbourne, that makes the movie. Ozzy Osbourne eating the.
Eating
Is
the
the.
bat.
Yep. Literally, he's chewing off the son of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
that
because
scene is.
Ozzy would do that. They put that movie on this list.
Which one?
This one, we can't say the name. Or I can't say the name.
Yeah. Oh, you can have Black Dynamite on your list.
Oh, yeah.
Dynamite! Dynamite!
Yeah, that's good enough. Oh, the Jerky Boys made a movie?
I don't even know who the Jerky Boys are.
Oh, okay. So, the Jerky Boys were this, like, pretty famous, like, comedy group that would just go and they were best known for having, like, this, like, a CD or, like, a bunch of CDs or something they did of prank phone calls.
Okay.
So, and that was, like, that was the whole bit. It was just, like, the Jerky Boys would, like, go and call people up just to mess with them. And then they would, like, I don't know if it was, like, they scripted the entire things or what, but, like, yeah, that was the whole premise was, hey, we'll call someone up and, like, you get the phone call and you're like, hey, this is your neighbor. Yeah. Hey, why do you keep stealing my newspaper? And you're on the other end, like, someone on the other end might answer that, and it's like, they're just kind of like, all you hear is, hey, this is your neighbor. Why do you keep stealing my newspaper?
Okay.
With the idea is, like, they just called up a total stranger, pretend to be his neighbor.
Trying to get in a fight.
Yes.
Interesting.
I wound up, oh god, that's pretty funny. I guess someone had gone and put this onto a phone app, and so you could use it, and you could, like, actually call people up using your cell phone. And so we wound up doing this and calling a family friend, and he's like completely bought it. I wish I had it recorded because he starts getting fired up and he starts screaming at the guy as they're going back and forth arguing over this. And then like the whole call ends with like, yeah, why don't you get your ass out on the lawn? I'll see you out there. Type of shit. Like, oh fuck, he's just gonna go and like fight his neighbor.
Dude, I used to be an asshole with people that will just call to my line mistakenly. So there was a lot of people that used to do that for a time. I don't know why. And once there's this guy, hey, where's Manuela? And I'm like, no, she went to make herself a pregnancy test because she thinks her boyfriend got her. And the guy is like, oh, no, wait, where? No, I cannot be a dad. And I was like, ooh, sorry, man. It was a prank. But he was like, oh shit. He was literally freaking out, like thinking he was going to be a father. Like, oh man, maybe I went too hard on this one. Yeah, I was an asshole.
I'm gonna have to dig up that audio for you because it is some. Just, oh, I wonder if I could find a.
Man, there used to be a time when you could actually have fun because there was no way of identifying who was calling you. So you will literally just be able to pick up and say any shit. And people
I
will.
I wonder if I could. Yeah, I probably can't share it because I'm pretty sure the audio would be flagged.
Oh, god damn it.
But
Hey,
anyway, I think we've been kind of sitting here just kind of shooting the shit for long enough.
yeah.
You wanna? Should we call it here?
Oh, yeah, why not? Oh, I just. Okay,
So,
I'm going
what do
to
you got coming
unload
up,
the.
Pablo?
I'm watching the Power Rangers movie tonight. I think that was. Yeah, I have been thinking about a lot of crazy stuff. I did a video on Mi Aceite Español that I edited myself. The second chapter of the book of Boba Fett, I do the review, and I explain how the train on that episode is not a train because it doesn't go on rails, so it's a bus. It's literally a bus. Other than that, tomorrow I'm having a stream early with Pauli or Minasecha Español, and then I have no idea.
Well, I'm sure we stuff going on over on t-shirts,
Oh yeah,
t-shirt historians. Got the Week in Geek where, hey, I bet we'll be talking about Activision.
that's a clusterfuck.
Yeah, but that that is going to be a whole like topic in and of itself that could probably fill up the entire time slot.
Yep, it's gonna
And
change so much, man. This push for the metaverse is going to make so many people rich and so many people bankrupt. It's gonna be fun.
yep, and apparently, and among those includes Sony, whose stock price took that nosedive.
Until they say that the second version of the PSVR is going to be compatible with the metaverse, and yeah, it's going to be the cheapest way to get into the metaverse. I'm calling it now.
I think they're gonna push to do more PC stuff, but
Oh
we
yeah.
can save that for tomorrow.
Yep.
But all right, Pablo, thanks for coming by and help me fill the and passing a little bit of time and reminding me that I can watch Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie.
Yeah. It has been.
All right!
I gotta get more clips.
Just with the Enterprise going on your back. Nice.
Because that's about to start. That's the closest thing you're gonna get Star Trek at for a while with the way they're going.
Yeah. God damn it.
All right, let's get out of here.